Hello, and welcome to Lolcow Universe News, your place for news and other ridiculous shenanigans from the Lolcow universe. In today's news, it turns out Becky from Lolcow Queens has been conversating with Linx, the former Lolcow Universe employee / Keem's assistant. Becky last night on Queens towards the end was like, Linx is trying to call me and I just don't know why, but she just keeps trying to call me. Linx apparently didn't like what Becky said and ended up going live on her own channel and exposing Becky for continuing to have text conversations with her.
Oh, and also, Becky. Yeah. Becky, I have a question for you. Okay? So, you're not supposed to talk to me, right? You're not supposed to talk to me. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? But Becky, you're not supposed to talk to me. Oh, but what's this? What's this? Oh, Monday. Weren't you telling me Monday how overworked you were and how you lied and you left for 3 days and they made some fake sort of bullshit story in your absence? Didn't you just tell me that in these texts? Oh, you did? You did? Oh, sounds like your job's the one at risk, honey.
So yeah, Linx and Becky have been talking. However, that short little clip there doesn't really show us what's said in those text messages. It just proves that there are text messages that have happened. And if you've been in the LCU for any length of time, you can't really take Linx's word as truth, right? Well, at least I can't. So your girl went ahead, put in some extra work, put in some extra time, and I have done my best to transcribe these text messages for you folks. I will be reading these text messages from the top down, if that makes sense, right? Linx scrolled backwards in the text messages, so we're going to go to the top and we'll read back down. Let's get right into it. So it looks like this first message was on Sunday, January 26th. Do keep in mind that the images you are going to see are a little blurry. It was a very short snippet of video, as you saw earlier, and I had to slow it down and things are moving. So we start off with Becky saying, "Oh no, I can't believe that happened. I'm so sorry. He's paying on the 1st. And Linx responds, "It's whatever. Just means I won't be getting my new hearing aids or DTAP surgery anytime soon." Then on February 4th, Linx messages Becky and says, "You are a dumb retard. You didn't get me kicked off. I quit. I do wish you success though." Next, we have a message from Linx to Becky. It's unreadable. It's something about Richie, but no matter how hard I tried, I could not figure out what this said. I am sorry. Becky then responds and says, "Where's that from / where's it all coming out now?" Linx says, "From DMs of him with," and I can't read what that says. I'm assuming it's a name. It says they're being leaked to people in the LCU now. There is a ton like this. Becky responds, "They should come out. He is a disgusting person, as are people who defend him even after knowing what happened." And in parentheses, it says Rush. Then there was another message from Linx that I couldn't quite decipher. I had some of the words. If you can figure it out, let me know down in the comments. Becky responded with, "They're all gross. Honestly, fuck them. I hate even seeing his face. He's obsessed and won't move on." After that, there were a few more messages from Linx, but she scrolled too fast, so I couldn't read those. Then we have Becky saying, "I wonder when Rush is going to realize that Rich is broke and just hanging around till he figures out a way to get some of his money. Unless Rush has experience around manipulating drug addicts, he should steer clear." Linx responds, "Rush likes to use him as a piñata." Becky says, "I've been around lots of shitty people, but not druggies, so that's how Rich slipped under my radar." Linx says, "Rich was way too good at manipulation." Becky then said, "How is he using him like a piñata?" And yeah, he was. It's honestly disgusting to think about. I try not to think about it at all. I don't understand why he keeps poking at me. I never even came out publicly with the full story. If he keeps provoking me, one day I'll snap, and I will. Linx says, "Rush basically pays people to be his friend. Sometimes he'd pay Richie to do embarrassing shit like eat gross shit. At least that's what happened when I was in that server." Becky said, "Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning stuff like that." And Linx goes, "It's why Rich stays around. He knows he can make money off of Rush." And then, unreadable, off of Rush, something, something, something. And then Becky says, God, that's so gross. Then we have Linx responding, everyone around here seems to be users. I genuinely thought we were friends before everything got twisted. Becky said, did you know Rich actually wanted to be a content creator? Turns out that's why he was probably trying to make things work with me. Linx says, oh my God, no, I didn't. That makes a lot of sense now. And then Becky says, we were genuinely friends. And Linx says, I wish Keem never poisoned the well. I thought we were going to crush it together. Becky says, I know, right? And yeah, it's crazy how much everyone is willing to backstab or turn on each other to get ahead. Even people brand new to the community coming in and shitting on everyone. And Linx says, like fucking Gemini. That shit was wild. And then she says, the second he got banned from LCL, he came running back to me. And Becky responds with, I thought we were too. We were good till you leaked that voice note I sent you on the show. That was where it officially went downhill. And it started going downhill when we had to start fighting constantly. It's pretty impossible to stay friends with anyone or have any sort of support, which is where the constant drama comes from. And Link responds, I promise, I only did that because Keem told me to. Becky tells Linx, I believe you. He also shouldn't have known about it. Regardless, though, it's water under the bridge. I stopped caring about any of that a long time ago. Then she says, Gemini is wild, with a laughing, crying face. I don't know what his deal is. And then she says, he seems to try to play every side at once until it all blows up, rinse and repeat. And Linx says, yeah, you're right. I wish I knew then what I know now. After that, there was another undecipherable message from Linx, and then Linx asks Becky, are you doing okay? Becky responds, I'm okay. It's super stressful as can be expected, but I'm hanging on. It changes day by day though. LOL. Some days I'm wrecked and other days are all right. And then Becky also says, and yeah, I wish I knew back in the beginning what I know now too. Linx responds, I can only imagine. Seems like you really needed that break. And in the parentheses it says, I know it's scripted and that you needed time off, so they made it content. Then not gonna leak that. I don't care. But for me, it's been up and down, to be honest. I have a great community that's been nonstop gifting and supporting me, but I do feel better about how things ended, and I feel there's no real closure, you know? I don't know why you and Tina haven't just went off on your own, TBH. You'd have the content to start up on your own, way more people would support you, and you'd make way, way more. Plus, without Keem, you'd be fine, and you wouldn't even need to worry about them touching your pay to pay for Fat Camp. Plus, if you and Tina come forward about the abuse you endured, you'd be able to really make moves. And people would come to watch the Becky Tina show, not just Queens. Then the next message from Linx is unreadable, and it ends with Becky saying, sorry, multitasking at the moment. We'll be free more later. So yeah, that's what was in those text messages. I don't think it's a gotcha for Becky. She didn't confirm or deny that the reason that the audience was told for her break, right, that was made up. Becky didn't say anything in there. And I have always kind of been the belief of, like, I don't know if I agree with Keem saying, hey, you can't go over there or you'll be banned. Or, hey, you can't go over there or you'll be banned. But it's not my universe, right? However, this is the reason why he says that. Because the snake Linx is over here trying to convince Becky that she would be fine without Keem, which is fucking false, okay? Trying to convince her that, like, people would come for the Becky and Tina show. Yeah, is that, you know, like the people coming for the Linx show? Also, Linx in those messages is talking as if Tina would just leave with Becky, which, you know, I don't think she would. This is probably why he says, hey, don't go over there, you're going to be banned. Linx can get in people's heads because most of the people around here are kind of, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't have to explain it. And so, yeah, I get where he's coming from. I do. I get it. So, yeah, that's what's in the messages. Kind of a nothing burger, really. But I didn't know that when I first started. And so once I finished, I wasn't just going to consider it wasted time. So here's this gift for you fine people on this Sunday afternoon, evening. Maybe it's a different day of the week. I don't know. I'm rambling. That's all I have for you guys today. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you next time.